Hi, it's Tracy Hart again, and this week I want to talk a little bit more detail about the final project called the Technology Integration into Lesson Plan. This project has two parts, and you will find in your module content that I've added a document that goes into more detail about the final project, and I'm going to go over that document here. And also I want to remind you to please contact me if you have any questions or if you're a little stumped about what to do or something's a little unclear. I am responsive on email, and also if you call me at the cell phone number that I've posted, 903-2165, if you call me, if I can answer, I'll take the call. If I can't answer, just leave a voicemail and I'll return your call as soon as I can. And I'm happy to meet with you. And just also to let you know, I'm traveling a bit from now until for the next 2 weeks. Some of it's local, where I'm at a hotel and I don't have a lot of connectivity at times, and I can't take calls. And some of it's out of state. So just, if you be a little bit patient. If you try to reach me and I don't get back right away, I will as soon as I can. I just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay, I'm going to go over this document. First of all, this final project, it's the final project, so it's not going to be due for a while. The first part is due in week 13, and then the last part is due the last week of class, week 16. And it does have two parts, and I want to keep reiterating that because sometimes that gets a little bit confusing. But basically, what you're doing this week is picking your topic, and some of you are a little bit confused because we just selected topics last week for two projects. The reason why I am pushing you to get your topic selected is because I want you to start working on these projects, and they can all work together, and one can flow into the other using information, building on the next, and then also maybe utilizing the work that your colleagues present about different tools. So I want to help get you get the decision-making process out of the way so that you can start focusing on your projects. That'll make things a little bit easier for you, even though they're not due for a while yet. All right, so what is this topic about? Let me first tell you, you're not doing another tool presentation. That's not what this lesson is. This one is a lesson plan that you're integrating technology tools into. Now wait, before some of you start saying, lesson plan, what are you talking about? Some of you will have lesson plans from other classes or from other aspects of life, maybe from your work life. And feel free to use any lesson plan that you already have developed for this piece of it, because this is not an instructional design class. What I want you to do is to be able to take a lesson plan and be able to integrate technology tools in a way that makes sense. What you're learning about is technology tools and how to use them effectively. This is how you put that into practice. If you don't have a lesson plan from a previous class or work or whatever, feel free to make one up. Now, if you do that, I want you to also keep it very simple. Also in your module content for this week, you will find a sample project that I've put in there. It's a very simplistic project. I did it that way on purpose to show you that it's not about the lesson. It's about how you use the lesson and how you use technology. So I just take a look at that if you're having trouble, like, what the heck is she talking about? You'll have that as a guideline to help you understand what I'm expecting from the projects. Okay, there are two parts. The first part is the learner objectives and content analysis. In that, basically what you're doing is describing who your learners are, what kind of, what it is you're presenting, who your learners are, when you're going to present your lesson, where this learning takes place, and how. And all of this is in much more detail in the document that I just mentioned called Final Project Description F2012. Okay, so it's basically the who, what, where, when, how. Who, what, when, where, how. And it's a 3 to 5 page paper in which you're going to go into some description about your learners. For example, one of the comments for examples that I used in the document is, what if your lesson is about tying shoes? You want to present to this class how to tie shoes. Who's your audience? Is it a class of 5 to 6 year olds? Is it a class of adult stroke victims that you're trying to retrain on how to have life skills? So it makes a difference, and that's what you're going to do, is describe your learners in this lesson. The second part of, well, it's the other part of part one is the content analysis, and that's where you go into some detail about the outline of what your lesson is going to cover, just a basic outline. It's going to state the learner objectives. What are you trying to accomplish in this lesson? Well, we want to teach independent living skills by retraining adults, stroke victims, how to tie their shoe. That's just an example off the top of my head. And you're going to talk about how you're going to present that, and then also include a very brief paragraph about evaluation. Now, we haven't covered many of these things yet, and I don't want you to worry about them. I want you to keep this lesson simple. I'm giving you this information now so that gives you an idea of how to structure your topic. What I want you to think about your lesson plan, just that simple. I want you to think, oh, what is this lesson about? And then the next step is, oh, I need to incorporate 2 technology tools into this lesson. What tools am I going to use? Why am I going to use them? And how am I going to use them? And that's the second part of the final project. That's where you talk about the use of tools and your instructional strategy. Again, all this is outlined in the document that I presented, and feel free to call me, contact me, email me. We can meet if you need to also. And again, that's a little tricky over the next couple of weeks, but I am in town for some of it, so contact me if you need to. Okay, so basically, let me go back to the beginning. What you're focusing on is a lesson plan. You're telling me about a training that you're going to present to a group of learners and what that topic is going to be. So right now, all you have to do is tell me your topic. Oh, I'm going to give a lesson on how to tie shoes. I'm going to give a lesson on how to diffuse essential oils in a diffuser. I'm going to give a lesson on how to scan documents for my corporation. Those are just some examples, very brief, very general. Okay, I hope that helps you. Bye-bye.